So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Rijkaard. Good read, needed to be. That'll be a corner. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, the ball's come loose here. He's having a shot! Goal! Barcelona! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the trust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Number 18, Yamal!
So, a breakthrough already. Mbappe! Great vision. And that is expertly dealt with.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That ball looks a good one. And this is Ronaldo. He is through here. Goes for a shot! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
That pass has been well intercepted. Hazard. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Mbappe, distributed tidily. Plenty to aim at here. And the shots!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rafinha. Bernardo Silva is that he's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Milan have the chance to go the other way. No, that was never going to make it. Yamal. Raul. And the counter is on. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Rafinha. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
There will be 3 minutes added
That
time.
pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Zanetti. Koundé tries to clear. Opts to play. Has a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think
And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time
And a
at
quick
1-1.
reminder today, everybody, to make sure to put any litter in the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation. Substitution for Barcelona. Number 20, Mbappe. Number
Milan
13,
get the second half started.
Hazard. Number 18.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Number 14.
Koundé calmly anticipates,
Number 24. Rashford.
and he's going to have his name taken.
17. Olise. Number 22. McAllister.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter.
And he's decided to go for it. Searching pass he's played there. Nicely worked. Olise! Oh, he's hit the bar! Barcelona do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Mbappe! You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Filippo Inzaghi, he has found the way through. No way through. Can he finish? And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
He's looking wide. Good play on the left-hand side here. He's found the way through. Now it's Rashford. It's Rashford! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Romero, not the most accurate pass. Ronaldo gets flagged offside. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just...
Chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's loose now, and they want to get it. And another try! Oh, should have put that away.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Barcelona have their third corner. They've played it short. Good ball, good take. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Barcelona, here they are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And he's there to belt it away. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Inzaghi. Shot could be a great chance! Goal! Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive. Barcelona nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Rashford. Raul. Played down the flank. Serginho picks it up out wide. And that has been knocked clear. And that's it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose.
Hello attendees, this is a
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, I think what was key, Peter, in this game was how the teams...
This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite.
Against Barcelona.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Barcelona cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. Here's a chance! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Quality ball. Now it's Eto'o, and he was quick to react. That looks a decent ball. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Takes a shot! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, And here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that Rafinha! Oh, crossbar! Oh, whistle's gone, now then! And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Barcelona with this to equalise. What a save by Diogo Costa!
Oh,
that could spell trouble. Havertz. Bernardo Silva. And he's let fly! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it was an ambitious attempt, but it'll keep the defence on its toes at least.
Conte.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now there's and the shot! It's in! Not so fast, not so fast, they say. We want it just as badly. We will make a fight of it. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Cleared without complication. Rafinha. Oh, that's well spotted. And the pass is intercepted. Out to the left it goes. It's a pretty loose pass. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And here's Nakata. Yamal. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Havertz was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Rafinha, Hazard, he's found a way through. And we have our very first corner. Rafinha with the short one. Oh, he's been flattened there. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. That's a promising run he's making on the right.
Might want to be careful there.
Rafinha. Now it's Hazard. And that's been into... And the referee brings the first half to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How would you review the first half?
I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Substitutions taking place.
Barcelona get the ball rolling for the second period.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And here's Inzaghi. Rafinha unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Van Dijk. And it's Nakata. Hazard in acres of space out wide. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that has been clubbed away. So Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for It's Inzaghi! Goal! Barcelona! And the turnaround is complete. Just extraordinary. So smooth. A signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That is a little undercooked. Havertz! Rijkaard getting this one clear. Bale! Bale! He has done it! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So all square, and not for the first time.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind.
It's Eto'o! Well, what about it? From the cusp of victory to the cusp of desperation. Now he's got space here. And this is Inzaghi. Shot a goal! Well, now it's and he's following up! Goal! Barcelona! The message is clear. We are the ones going up. Stop us if you can.
Well, what a time to do it. What a time. Someone was going to have to be brave, and it was certainly worth it.
Olise at his... Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, there's no question, Peter, what his manager thought of it. He's turned away in disgust.
Koundé is there, and he can get that clear.
Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Barcelona can feel it. Promotion now frighteningly close, but they're having to navigate around some pretty stubborn opposition here.
It's tempting to say, Peter, they're making things harder for themselves by not killing off the game when they had the chance.
That is ended up in no man's land. Van Dijk.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And he can clear it away. That's that, the end. Barcelona are going up, and now they can dream. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
What a game. What a performance, and right when they needed it, Peter. How many teams have in the past got it so wrong on the day and took a long time to recover, or worse? I just think we should offer...
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary and we should be in for something very special. As you can see, we've already started here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Yamal picks it up out wide. The ball's gone astray. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come. Although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but you want him to focus on the main task, which is defending, and that he loves.
That's really well manoeuvred. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Mbappe had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Rodri. Yamal aims beyond the defence.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up. Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
And he was quick to react. Rodri. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. He's had it taken off him. Arsenal look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
He's had it nicked away. It's a really well-measured ball. Yamal. Rodri. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Nicely weighted ball. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. And that could set him on his way. He's found a way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. There's the whistle for half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Barcelona happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 21, Bernardo Silva.
And we're underway again.
Yamal.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
McAllister. Number 17, Olise.
And it's Vitz.
Number 24.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Rashford. Substitution.
Rafinha. It's a searching pass. And that was very necessary. Well, they've got it again. Rafinha knocks it into space. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Big chance! It's a goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Mbappe really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Number 20, Kylian Mbappe.
Barcelona are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Kylian
Well, with this
Mbappe.
kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
That has ended up in no man's land. Great vision. Rashford in acres of space out wide. Vitz with the clearance. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Xavi Alonso. Rafinha.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Raul. Xavi Alonso, played out wide. Vitz. Vitz tries a cross. He's gone for goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Spread it left. Rashford. Raul. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's an imaginative pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Rashford. Oh, good spread. Mendes does really well to win the ball there. And it's Rashford. That's a cute ball. Threads one in. No, again there's no way through. Olise. Grimaldo. Neymar.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Swung over. And that will be it. Barcelona can probably lay claim to the title of having the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about their business in an efficient manner. Mbappe picking
Hello,
up the
everybody,
Man of the
quick
Match
announcement
award,
now. We
and
would like
no
to ask you all
surprise
to
there.
kindly stay seated during
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
We're in the presence of goalkeeping greatness, a man with total command of his defence.
I say I wouldn't fancy going eyeball to eyeball with him.
No, I mean, I always like a vociferous keeper, and Oliver Kahn would be perfect for me.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, Red, nice interception. Romero. Rijkaard. And here's Mbappe, out to the right.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And here's Azar. Now it's Mbappe.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, can he get onto this? And that has been cleared. Yamal finds himself offside.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And here's Havertz. Now it's Neymar. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That has ended up in no man's land. Rodri. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And he was quick to react. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Now it's Mbappe. Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Xavi Alonso. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. He's on it, can he get away? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Now it's Yamal.
There will be 1 minute added time.
In comes the corner. This possibly the last play of the half. It's anyone's, and it's come back out to him. Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Barcelona can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 21, Bernardo Silva, number 18.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Number 20,
a solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
Number 22, McAllister, number 17, Olise.
Barcelona do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Decent chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Rodri, just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Arsenal, and he shoots! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Xabi Alonso plays it short. Chance, surely! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
It's not an especially good pass, that. Van Dijk played out towards the right wing. Grimaldo charging forward down that flank. It's Neymar! He has done it! Arsenal are level. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Number 8, Neymar!
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Now, he's got space here. Can he stop it going out? That's going to go a long way. And they're quick to get it back. Well, there's the clearance. And it's McAllister. And here's Inzaghi. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Koundé is there to clear. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that was very necessary. And they're back on the ball again. Rafinha aims beyond the defence. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And now they can clear their lines.
2 added minutes
And
has been
reclaimed it
indicated.
in a trice. Tries to pass it through. Rafinha.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Big chance! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Arsenal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that is that. Barcelona pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Barcelona, absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just... He rises! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stops.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get it through? Yamal picks it up out wide. He's picked his way through. Oh, what a ball! Big chance! No, that was never going to make it. Beckenbauer. Zanetti. Now he's got space here. And he cuts out the supply. Up towards the front line. That's an imaginative pass. DiMarco gets over and intercepts. Showing great feet there. And he's managed to get free. Looking for a corner. India with the corner. They're first. Romero clears it away. Oh, what has happened here? He's found a way through.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Mbappe! And that would have been some goal.
Mbappe clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
And he's been shifted off it. Spread it left. And the return pass. Rafinha going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's on his way! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Barcelona have themselves a chance from the spot. So this the chance to fire his team in front. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Barcelona, after 29 minutes, is number 20, Kylian Mbappe.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who... Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So it's going to be another corner. Barcelona have their second corner now. Rafinha with the short one. And he thumps it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Zanetti. Barcelona are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Bernardo Silva. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Bernardo Silva is always scanning the pitch for targets. And he's let fly!
Has been indicated.
And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Eto'o is... And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Hello attendees, this is
what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Substitution for Barcelona.
Barcelona are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Number 13.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Barcelona definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Number 22, McAllister. Number 17, Olise. Substitution.
And he's managed to gift it back. That is ended up in no man's land. McAllister. Rashford, and the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Rashford deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
So, third corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Real chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
That's a cute ball. And he plays one through. It's Eto'o! Really well taken goal. Do not write them off. Back they come. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Takes a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And again they hit the front. Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Substitution in progress.
India are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Barcelona go into the lead. Well, and the finish! Oh, taken with style. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith. That's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all. Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area.
Well, they're probably going to bend it in. They'll need a good in-swinger, though. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, easy pickings there. Hazard.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
And it's De Bruyne. Rafinha. Rashford is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Looking for the run. Van Bouten promptly onto that, and that is that. Well timed, excellent interception. That's that, the end. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Now it's Mbappe. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Now it's Olise. He has found the way through. Can he finish? And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Bernardo Silva can get it clear. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good-looking ball. The pass somewhat off target. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's found the way through. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. He won't be happy with that one. White. And it's made its way to him. And it's Zanetti. Gets into some space. Ball comes in. And it's hoisted clear.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Back into the middle. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now, can they get him away? Good ball, good take. He's shifting through the gears here. Bale is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Now it's Burak Yilmaz, and he plays one through. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Burak Yilmaz. And that is expertly dealt with. Great vision. Yamal. Oh, strongly challenged there. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Rijkaard. Into the channel. Now it's Hazard. And he's managed to get free. Tries a shot! He's delivered all right!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter, be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Barcelona are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And the action is back underway.
Barcelona really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Number 14.
Has a look out. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Olise. Number 22. McAllister.
I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Hazard has it out wide and in space, and that's gone loose. And here's McAllister. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Besiktas goes for a shot! Goal! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was the crispest of hits, he just crashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
McAllister takes control of it and he's on the move. There's no flag. He's picked his way through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. The message is clear, none shall pass. Nuno Mendes. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's McAllister. Now then, the ball's come loose.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Burak Yilmaz. Koundé promptly onto that, and that is that. McAllister. Well, that has not gone well. Rafinha is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Delivers with whip. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Romero. Nuno Mendes, given the lift of his goal. It's loose here and they'll want to reclaim it. Barcelona have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. Rafinha. Zanetti. Soboslai. Burak Yilmaz. Koundé gets it clear, and they're quick to get it back. Rafinha
has been indicated.
Aimed beyond the defence. White cuts it out. And we're done. Barcelona are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner.
And a quick
Hazard picking up the man of the match. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Besiktas with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. That has been knocked clear. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's fabulous. White gets in to thwart him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Quality ball. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Elise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side.
Mbappe! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
There's the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Driving forward. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Has a look and plays it forward. Bernardo Silva. Oh, super ball! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has not gone well. That's a cute ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Szoboszlai, and he's worked it through. And he's found and a shot! Goal! Besiktas! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Besiktas are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Besiktas have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And the pass is intercepted. Elise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Great chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Rafinha. Now it's Hazard. Abe kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's made its way to him. Yamal has it out wide and in space. That is a brilliant interception. Pedri. Elise. Now it's Burak Yilmaz. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
And we'd like
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 13, Hazard. Number
So off we go
18,
once more.
Jamal. Number
Barcelona
20,
really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Coming on the field, number 24, Rashford. Number 17, Olise.
Olise.
Number 14,
Barcelona come out this half somewhat
Number
altered.
22,
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now
Substitution.
affects their overall strategy.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And here's Rashford. Probing pass. It is a corner, good chance. Barcelona have their second corner now. He gets big. And now a sudden chance to counter. That pass has been well intercepted. Koundé cuts it out. Can he get it through? Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. McAllister proves too strong. Good ball, good take. Well timed, excellent interception. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be run down, but they're not shying away.
Big chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Ambitious ball here.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Half an hour gone in the second half. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That has been cut short. And he plays one through. He could... And the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Threads one in. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Szoboszlai. Here's a chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even
There
from
will
that
be 1
range.
minute added time.
Now this could be a chance. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And we're done. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Please turn your attention to the screen for
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. I have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Another throw-in. Rafinha. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Done delicately. And it's made its way to him. That's a good ball out wide. Played back in. Shot, surely! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Nicely weighted ball. It's Bale! Oh, right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box and it is just a free kick. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Bale ready to try one. Great chance here to level it up. Bale! Decent hit from there. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Hazard gets into a good position. Tries a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance. Good effort from distance. Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's picked it. Roll! It's hit the upright. Really well taken goal. Barcelona are back in business. Bale at his razor-sharp best there.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Barcelona have themselves a chance from the spot. The ball is on the spot, here we go. And Iker Casillas somehow saves it. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Takes the shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Rijkaard brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Yamal in acres of space out wide. He's come in hard. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Mendes gets across to intercept that. And here's Mbappe. And it's been played through. Shoots! He scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Well, that has changed the dynamics up. And that'll be the last act of the first half.
Barcelona are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
For another good show in the second half.
Barcelona head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 18, Yamal. Number 13, Hazard. Number 21,
Whistle goes, and we start the second
Silva.
half.
Coming on the field, number 17,
He's had it nicked away.
Olise. Number
It's
24,
inches away from being a really good ball.
Number 22,
Well, that defending is
McAllister.
unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Barcelona do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
That's good vision. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Rashford is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Raul. That's good play. He's found a way through. Very nicely done. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's Raul! Oh, denied brilliantly.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Terrific header! It's in! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Bale. Oh, perfectly measured that. Koundé, Van Dijk. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
This looks promising. Decent chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it.
Barcelona simply cannot let their heads drop. They need their big characters now to keep them going.
And he stands tall, impenetrable. Threads one in. No luck with that dink over the top. Nuno Mendes. Rafinha. Howson makes the interception.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
And it's McAllister. Now it's Mbappe.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Looking for the run. And that will be it. Barcelona pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, it's a performance you can't really complain about, both in terms of inspiration and industry. It was a hard-working win, but when necessary, they were able to call upon that creativity and...